important to protect everyone's health and safety, and are encouraged, if people are able or want to, organizers are encouraged to offer hybrid meeting options whenever possible. This will allow for full participation of meeting participants who cannot attend in person. Our definition of hybrid is at the bottom of the slide. Organizers must continue to collect required health and safety waivers. We ask that you can consider the location of where you're meeting. Can you meet outside, or is it well ventilated? Things of that nature. We ask that regardless of if you're outside or inside, to please provide adequate distance. Everyone still has their own comfort being around other people because of COVID. We ask that, you know, hand sanitizers be available if possible. You know, people can wear masks and encouraged. We want to create a completely inclusive environment. So if someone is comfortable wearing a mask, that's totally fine. Organizers should recognize that participants will have varying.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Do you have a question, ma'am? All right. Well, we're here if you have a question, or you can drop it in the chat. We'll be monitoring that as well. Organizers should make sure that we're creating the best inclusive environment we can have and respecting everybody's comfort. So some people still aren't comfortable with handshaking, some people are fine, hugs, things of that nature. All right, and definition of hybrid is below as well. All right, Karen, next slide, please. So on March 18th, the board of directors approved 4 different types of waivers going forward for health and safety, and they're divided based on what the event or meeting may need. So the 4 main waivers are awareness and fundraising events. So those include things like stepping out to cure scleroderma and other chapter or nationally sponsored fundraising events. Non-fundraising events are defined as educational event days, conferences, and smaller business meetings such as advisory committees and peer-reviewed research grant meetings. Then the 3rd category is support group meetings, and the 4th category is National Board of Directors and our advisory committees. So this is just an easy graphic for you to see the different types of waiver, their definition, how long the waiver lasts. So for you all, for support groups, they are signed on an annual basis. Every year come July 1, everyone will have to re-sign a waiver. Any members who join after July 1 must sign on or before attending their first meeting. And then so deliverable options for the support group health and safety waivers are, we have a URL. So you can fill it out and complete it online. We have a QR code that takes you specifically to that URL. And then there's also a fillable PDF version for either people to type and print and send in, or just to print, write out and send in. And then additional information, Karen is your liaison to help oversee and support that process. And all materials are available. Next slide, please. So this is an example of what the support group waiver looks like. The arrow's in the wrong spot. I apologize. The arrow, I forgot to move it, is supposed to be up at the top where it says support group name and covered period. So right now the waiver is good through June 30th. A new one will be produced at the end of June for the July 1 flip switch. So I apologize. The arrow's in the wrong spot. We also have created these event communication materials for you all that we ask that you have present if you're having an in-person meeting. They are found on Inside SF, but we can also send them to you as an email. They are made for bigger sizes, but they can be shrunk down. Just sort of letting people know that our environment is, we're striving to be a healthy and safe environment. And then all of our information on our health and safety for events can be found at the URL that's listed there, that has pretty much most of the information from this few slides on the front.
Excellent. Thank you, Jess. With my screen sharing, I can't see if other people have joined. Can you admit any other additional participants if there's any?
I can. How do I? There should be an admit thing, right?
I think it's something different this time. I must have hit like the wrong admission button. So I think you just click on the person and then they come in.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, so so the process for support group member rosters. So I don't need a roster every meeting of who attended. I only want a roster on or before July 1st, and only resend to me if there's changes to membership. So a few ways that you could send your waiver out before your meeting. You could send this link with your email or reminder about the support group meeting. And then I can let you know who signed before the meeting so you don't have to ask them twice. If you're using paper copies, if possible, please batch the waivers and send to my email following the support group. Or you can take photos with your phone or use a free scanning app such as Genius Scan app. And that just allows you to take a series of photos with your iPhone, and then you can just upload an email to me. If mailing paper copies, sure. Donna raised her hand. Let me get to you, Donna. Go ahead, Donna. Just unmute yourself. No? All right, maybe we'll hold questions till the end. So on the back end, you might be wondering that I will store the waivers on a locked file in the Foundation shared drive. And we just had a support group leader have this incident, so I decided to share it. If a member refuses to sign the waiver, please alert me, as I'll have to let them know that they cannot participate in person. I don't want that burden to be on you, so please, follow up with me. I'm happy to have that conversation. And right here, you're going to find support group materials. It's in a Dropbox. It's going to have a roster template. Again, email me on or before July 1st. And then again, only update me if there's changes to the support group. You're also going to have the REIS of liability waiver and health and safe event signage that you can print out. And then I'll be adding to this Dropbox, and when I do, I'll just send alerts. So more tools for the support group leader toolkit. All right, well, thank you so much. And let's open it up to questions.
Hey Karen, it's Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Hello. So I know I'm virtual, so with the caregiver one, we probably won't deal with the in-person, but just in case someday we decided to try to all get together somewhere, would we have access to this deck so that I can get to those links and everything easily?
Of course, I'm going to email everybody who attended and everyone who did not attend the recording as well as the deck. Yep.
Perfect. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Demetra, go right ahead.
Okay, I had to step away for a quick second. So is this only for, are we only to get this signed for people who are in person?
Correct.
Not for the people online? Okay.
Yep.
Just wanted
Yeah,
to.
if you're meeting virtually, no need. But virtual support group leaders, I still would like your rosters.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're meeting in person, you could do it right from your QR code on your phone, paper copy, or you can fill out the PDF beforehand from our website.
Okay, and another question. Now, I know right now we're online, but we are planning to do periodically some meetings in person, maybe luncheons in person. Would you recommend that we just go ahead and get it signed?
Yes, that would be best practice.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Elaine, go right ahead.
Good. Okay, can you hear me?
I can.
All right. So I'm from Minnesota, and we've recently kind of combined with Michigan. We were an affiliate. I think that's what they used to call them when we ran our own everything. And so I have never used these kind of waivers and any of this technology for delivering them. I mean, I might end up being the person who mails them in.
That's okay. That's
That's
okay.
okay.
It
All
is,
right.
yeah.
And
And then
my other
you'll see-
question is, if I go to this link that you just gave us, but I'm not connected in any way with one of these Scleroderma official computers or whatever, I know that I was, after the changeover, we couldn't get into the
inside of that.
information thing
Mhm.
any longer.
Yep, so I put it in a Dropbox, so that's accessible for everybody.
Well, you're gonna have to explain that to me
Sure.
because
When I,
I'm on the tech challenge
worries.
end.
Here, let me share my screen again. And Jess, I know you have another meeting, so feel free to head out when you
Yeah,
need.
thanks. And
Yeah.
we can also make other ways available. So we want it to be a multimodal tool for all of you. We know that all of you have different needs for your specific support group. So we are happy to, this is our first go round at what we think, but happy to keep modifying to make sure you can get what you need as you need it.
So right now, so the support group materials are right here. So you just click on this link when you get the deck. And it's going to bring you to my Dropbox. And you'll find I've got the support group roster here, template for you. The release of liability
We
waiver.
still see the deck, Karen.
Oh, well, that's not good. I got to share my other screen then.
Let me ask you this, can you still hear me?
Mhm.
I wrote down the link to the health and safety events. So if I were to put that into my browser, click on it, would that take me to what you would be talking and I'd be able to see everything?
Exactly. Yep. So here in the Dropbox, I have a template for the support group roster.
Okay.
So I'll just pull that up real quick. So that's what your template will look like, and you can just download that.
Mhm.
Then we have the waiver that you can share as well in your emails. And then health and safe event signage if you wanted to print that out and put it in your meeting space.
Okay, well, when I get to work on this, if
I'll
it's
be
not
here to
going,
help.
I'll email you and let you know.
Yes, please
Then I'll
do.
get some
Please do.
personal help.
You got it.
Thank you.
Of course. Donna, go right ahead. Donna Thomas, did you have a question? Donna, did you have a question?